1775, the year that lit the fuse of the Revolutionary War, when American patriots forged their commitment to liberty. Before the American Revolution, colonists had some autonomy to make decisions about local laws and governance, but the British Parliament retained significant power and control. Then, after the costly 7 Years' War, when Britain imposed taxes on the colonies without consent, many felt the situation was intolerable. A series of events fueled a desire for liberty among many colonists. The Boston Massacre, where redcoats fired into the crowd, killing 5 protesters. And the Boston Tea Party, where the Sons of Liberty dumped 342 chests of tea into the harbor in protest. To stamp out further rebellion, the British passed the Intolerable Acts, imposing more restrictions on colonial life. Parliament repeatedly dismissed appeals for greater liberty. By 1775, calls for independence could be heard across the colonies. Then the Second Virginia Convention met in Richmond to discuss the issue of British rule, and Patriot Patrick Henry delivered his famous speech, "Give me liberty or give me death," which convinced those around him to form the first colonial militia in readiness for war. On April 18th, British forces set out to arrest resistance leaders in Lexington and seize colonial weapons supplies in Concord. Revolutionary Paul Revere rode through the night to raise the alarm. The next day, British redcoats met around 70 armed patriots as they approached the town of Lexington. With tensions mounting, someone pulled a trigger. The shot heard round the world signaled the start of the American Revolutionary War. On June 14th, the Second Continental Congress ordered the formation of the Continental Army, and on the 15th, elected George Washington as its commander-in-chief. 2 days later, the Redcoats defeated the Patriots at the Battle of Bunker Hill, but the colonists showed the British Army they would not back down without a fight. On July 5th, in an attempt to negotiate a resolution, delegates sent the Olive Branch petition to King George III. Refusing to hear it, he declared the colonies in open revolt. Peace between the two sides was no longer a possibility. Taking the fight to the British, the Americans launched a failed campaign into Canada. 1775 ended with a defeat for the Continental Army at the Battle of Quebec. But the Patriots knew there was no going back. In the fight for freedom, it would be liberty or death.